Hi, good morning. My name is Howell, and I would like to have a very simple discussion with you this glorious day. Now, as you can see, I'm holding this simple device here. Those of you who probably lived some kind of village life will know what this represents. This is a catapult. Some people call it slingshot. Some people also call it a projector. Now, this is what we use in the village those days to kill birds. You just put a stone in here and then you sort of stretch your hand and then bam, you shoot. But this simple gadget here explains the role of parenting or a father between the children, between the CEO and then his subordinate, between an employer and employee, maybe between the president of a country and the citizens, between maybe a pastor of a church and the congregation. Now, as you can see, this catapult or slingshot has many parts. First, let's start with the wooden part with this Y shape here. As you can see, with making this V shape here, I will explain that soon. Then it has two red bands, elastic bands here, which is held together by another elastic band to this leather here, which is inelastic. And of course, the elastic band is also held to the wooden aspect of the catapult using another band. Now, I'm going to illustrate using the father and child relationship. Now, this catapult shoots stones to kill a target, in this case, a bird. Now, as a father, it is our desire to shoot our children way ahead of us, to our own benefit anyway. Now, in this relationship, this wooden aspect stands for firm foundation, solid foundation that we give our children. The two bands here, one stands for love and the other stands for discipline. Now, the love and discipline are held together by communication, affection, attention, eye contact, and so on. The pouch here, which holds the stone represents the children. Now, it is inelastic because if you know a little bit of physics, if it is also elastic, it will not be able to propel the child forward very well. So this inelastic leather represents the skills, the abilities, the ideas of the child. And we as the father are supposed to hold the child, and then with love and discipline, with a very firm foundation, we project them forward. Now, you and I know that if you love, God says that a false balance is an abomination to him. So it is important we balance the love and the discipline. Like I said, it applies to the relationship between a CEO and their subordinate, between an employer and an employee, between a pastor of a church and a congregation, between a president of a nation and the citizens. If it is only love and discipline suffers, then we're going to have an equal length of this and you cannot propel them forward. Balance is very critical. Now you can see, as I said earlier, this makes a V shape. Okay, it is to allow the stone to move smoothly without any impedance or without resistance or without hitting any obstacle here. Now, if you remember, if you read the Bible, you realize that David used something similar, not necessarily this one, but it is said that he picked 5 smooth stones from the river. It is important that the stones are smooth because sometimes when they are rugged, they look very awkward inside this. You cannot hold them properly. Okay, and that smoothness also stands for something different, very important. So the whole idea is this: if we want to project our children forward, you need to hold them, you need to massage them, you need to love them, you need to discipline them, you need to tie them to a very firm foundation and solid rock on which you can hold. Now, the two hands here, my left hand and my right hand, represent us. One holding the firm foundation and one pulling them. The whole idea is that you have to pull them towards you. You pull this towards you and then you shoot. You have to pull your children, your workers, your citizens towards you. And when you propel them forward, they go ahead of you Just as you shoot a bird and it goes ahead of you and it falls down and it grabs. God bless you.